Sporoi. Spori was, according to Eastern Roman scholar Procopius, the old name of the Antes and Sclaveni, two Early Slavic branches. Procopius stated that the Sclaveni and Antes spoke the same language, but he did not trace the common origin back to the Veneti but to a people he called Sporoi. He derived the name from Greek sigma pi epsilon iota rho omega, because they populated the land with scattered settlements. Roman bureaucrat Jordanus wrote about the Slavs in his work Getica. Although they derived from one nation, now they are known under three names: the Veneti, Antes and Sclaveni, that is, the West Slavs, East Slavs, and South Slaversus He. Stated that the Veneti were the ancestors of the Sclaveni and the Antes, the two having used to be called Veneti but are now chiefly called Sclaveni and Antes. Studies. According to Bohemian historian Joseph Bobrovsky and Slovak historian Pavel Joseph Safarik, it was a corruption of Srbi. Safarik deemed that it was the oldest generic name of the Slaversus. According to English ethnologist James Cowles Pritchard, writing in 1841, it was an erroneous orthography of Sorbi, a name common to several tribes of the Slavonian family, and that they were called so because they were scattered over the country in cabins separated from each other. Ukrainian historian Mikhailo Rushevsky noted the scholarly view on the matter. Procopius's etymology was rejected as mistaken, and many scholars linked the term with the Serbs, some sort of connection to Ptolemy's Sporoi. But these Sporoi lived far to the east, in the Volga region. He noted that the Slavic Serbs appear in historical records in the 9th century, and Serbs may have had a broader sense suggested by two completely distinct Slavic peoples. However, according to him, identical names occurred frequently among the Slavs, and the Slavs may not even have had their own common name to designate nationality. Such names often emerged only with time. According to Czech historian Francis Vornik, the Sporoi were probably the Spali mentioned by Jordanus and Spali mentioned by Pliny the Elder. According to the North American Society for Serbian Studies, rather than connecting the ethnonym to the poorly known Spali, it was more likely, as per the old view, a Greek rendering of the name Sorboi, connected to the Serbs. According to British archaeologist Paul M. Barfoot, writing in 2001, it most likely derived from the Proto-Slavic word for multitude. A connection has also been made with the Ziriwani mentioned by the 9th century Bavarian geographer. It states that the Ziriwani, which is the greater realm, that from it, as the tradition relates, all the tribes of the Slavs are sprung and trace their origin.